Hey guys, today we have a video by Umizi titled Chud's Freedom Comes with a Huge Catch. So I don't know if you guys know who Chud the Builder is or what he does or what but brief recap. So he's a streamer. He went live, rage baiting black people, making them angry. So he shot one of them and he shot himself, went to the hospital, went to court. Judge set a bill for $1 million and he is out today. So I mean, it's sad, and he's very racist, very very racist. But I mean, that comes with the territory. But I mean, it's what it is. But let's see what Omizias versus today. And by the way, do comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. We've been really getting more views on the channel, but the subscriber amount is really not keeping up. But I mean, it's what it is. But please just comment and like and comment down what you feel about this video I'm making. And let's go.
Bad day, but also great day for us over here at the Unemployed News Network because Chud the Builder has been released from jail. After $2 million behind bars, crazy stipulations coming from the different judges that exist in Tennessee, $1 million in bond money gathered up between 10 different companies, Dalton Etherly, aka Chud the Builder, is back on the mean streets. He showed his face on his live stream, and it seems as though he is free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, he is. Hold on, we not there. In the balls, man's yard. It's not a bull. While Chud the Builder is out on live stream singing to the heavens and mountaintops that he is being able to take a sniff of clean, fresh air that's not filled with dookie and musty men, he's not out the clear at all. There wasn't any reductions, there weren't any changes. He's literally just outside and has so many stipulations. So while he is out of jail, he's not exactly out of trouble. And I'm about to tell you exactly why. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. We're on the road to 185K and you could get in early. And I do mean early. It's gonna come. Just don't be the one that's not there. Now, back into the video.
He's subject to a curfew from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. He's got to be in his house. What's his address?
I'd rather put that under seal to please the court.
We got to know where to look. It's going to be wearing a GPS, and I want to know if he's not where he's supposed to be.
Understood. Because of the attention, he's about to be evicted. So I can
Find
provide.
out where he's going to be living. You have to have that address. He's been required to stay at that address from 9 p.m. until 5 a.m.
GPS monitoring, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew, no firearms or weapons, passport application stopped/rescinded, and a gag order restricting what he can say publicly about the courthouse shooting. That's exactly what Chud the Builder was facing if he ever did reach this day that honestly I was dreading. Over here at the Unemployed News Network, I consider you guys to be family. And what better way to prove that than the sponsor of today's video, MyHeritage. MyHeritage is my preferred DNA test, and right now with the exclusive code OMIZI, it's only $19. And by using MyHeritage, I discovered so many things about myself. All it does is take 2 minutes, a little cheek swab, put it in a little tube, mail it off, and before you know it.
Shout out to Umizi, getting my heritage. Damn, my boy doing this a little bit. I mean, it's all right. Let's go.
They finally convinced some stupid bond company to let him go after all of his supporters came to social media and begged and pleaded and tricked an audience. Chud the Builder is free from jail.
I ain't gonna lie to you. So the first thing that was weird to me when I saw this was like, yo, because they were like, we can't have you getting donations from where we don't know, like from not reputable sources, you feel me, right? That's why I was like, yo, he's never gonna get out. Well, he was eventually gonna get out, but right? But like he's not gonna get out quickly because the judge or the court is not gonna, use such avenues, such, companies where the money came from. But I mean, it looks like, and like Omizi said, there were 10 different companies that aided him to get that $1 million bill. So, I mean, looks like the judge found them, court found them, reputable.
Caught doing some victory lapping on live stream, and I thought this was some fake news, but I rubbed my eyes and a tear dropped down. Partially because Dalton Etherly, aka Chud the Builder, deserves to be behind closed bars. But then I thought to myself as to how great of a day this could be. Now, I do think it's an important distinction. The gag order doesn't say that he can't exactly live stream, but he just has to watch what he says. But the fact that he ran back to the internet and ran back to social media so fast lets me know exactly who I'm dealing with. The only thing that the gag order is really restricting is him saying specific things about the what he's on trial for, you know, going into specific details. But he can still go online, be his Chud the Builder self, asterisk. He can still make assertions about his innocence and things like that. But what I took away from this is that he ran back to the internet. Even though it was a quick snippet, he still went back to Pump.fund, the platform that made him who he was. And ultimately, he ran back to the internet, a place in space that really got him in the position that he is in the first place. And this is where it gets interesting. Look, as somebody who has consumed a bunch of Law and Order, SVU, CSI, all these things, I've heard lawyers tell people repeatedly, hey, just lay low. You know, don't go back to the things that got you here in the first place.
We got 18 rounds for you. We ain't got nothing else. Don't follow me in my truck.
We don't want anything bad to happen. But this comment right here is exactly the reason why I can predict that Chud the Builder will be back and will violate this bond order. Chud the Builder starts off his online victory lapping by going to Twitter and tweeting out the words, no comment. And allegedly people are thinking that this is referring to the allegations that are being laid down on him as regards to his sex life. Then as people took to the comment section telling him that basically nobody cared about you, we've already moved on to the next thing, you're already finished, we're just waiting for this story to conclude. Chud the Builder, the arrogant, idiotic, numbskull that he is, decided to go back and forth with people saying, hey, this was peak copia. The reason why I think of this point is so important is because normally, again, somebody who has this problem with saying things on the internet, getting into these back and forths to the tune of pew-pewing somebody in a courthouse parking lot would say to themselves, you know what? Hey, maybe I need to, you know, remove myself from vices. This is basically a drug addict going back to the drugs. This is basically somebody who is struggling with weight loss, going and hitting up the Krispy Kreme donut shop. Chud the Builder literally can't stand the fact that people are talking about him, so he's already on defense mode. He's already on attack mode. And we've seen what happens when he's been on attack mode. And after posting that horrendous singing attempt online, he then decided today to post a video of him walking the Nashville streets in what seems to be some sort of tailored suit.
They call me the Builder. Chud the Builder.
Literally back to where this all started. His entire online attitude at this moment is that I am back and I'm hitting the streets, I'm being me again, but I do have to combat these narratives, but ultimately this should be the same old Chud that once left. The sad part for Chud is that there's some truth in what that one person did say. We've kind of moved on from the antics of it all. Nobody's really worried about, you know, the stuff that you're trying to promote or you actually being back to live streaming. In fact, the entire narrative and story behind you, thanks to content creators like Poetic Flacco, has moved from the stuff that you did in the streets and more so to what you were doing in the sheets. The people are having conversations about your sexuality or maybe even you flirting.
I ain't gonna lie to you. So when I found out that he was getting his behind rammed by a black woman, you feel me? And he said all those things he said. Oh, I was so crazy, bro. Because like, yo, he's what's the word now? How do I say it, right? He is live every single day, calling black people the hard R, calling guys the hard R. Say nigger. You feel me? So when I found out that he was getting his back his back blown up by a black woman, bro. That was crazy. A black woman with some straps on. I ain't gonna lie. That was crazy ass timing. And you know the movement he is with, right, is the far right movement, right? So the fact that you can see him kissing this is I don't know what she is, but she is definitely not straight. So that's a man, I think. Yeah, so I don't know. But that's by the way. So the community he caters for, right? They can never accept him doing this. So it's just so weird because he's living a double lifestyle. When he gets home, he gets home to see he gets home to his back being blown out. And then comes online acting like a masculine man, you feel me? I ain't gonna lie, like a red pill guy, but I mean, it's what it is.
With these underage people at the
That's
mall.
I was just talking about I need to find a cute little blonde somewhere. You got a boyfriend?
Yeah, and I'm 16.
Oh, okay, great.
as opposed to your free speech stances that you think that you're, going out there and glorifying. Now, of course, we have to say that these are just online speculations and allegations, that these aren't anything that are established facts. But ultimately, what I'm saying is that the narrative has shifted. And now Chud the Builder is facing an entirely different controversy. One from a base that definitely hates what he is doing behind closed doors. And so now he's on the internet thinking that he needs to beat these online narratives, but this is where he's gonna go wrong. Because people don't need him to beat the online narratives. Him and his camp need him to actually beat these prosecutors that are trying to put him behind bars for upwards of 56 years. Look, no matter how you slice it and dice it, Chud the Builder, in my opinion and others' opinion, is still royally cooked. He's still facing the aggravated assault. He's still facing the attempted murder. He's still facing the reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. And there's a couple of more charges with the dine and dash and all these other things that he has facing. It does not look good for him. And no matter how they tried to twist and turn these narratives while he was locked up, he had his flunkies on the internet. He had the Myron Gaines of the world grab some sort of lawyer to try to prove his innocence. At every twist and turn, when asked with every single legal expert, they basically said that, hey, this is looking very, very shaky for Chud the Builder. I wouldn't hold my breath on anything that he's got going on because what he's saying doesn't make sense. The math isn't mathing. 2 + 2 is not equaling to 4 for Chud the Builder. And with this attempted murder case moving on to a grand jury, he needs to really get with his legal team and not with the internet team to try to figure out how they're going to tighten up this self-defense case, because it's not looking good at all. Remember, prosecutors argued what we all argued for the length of the Chud the Builder career, that he was the one provoking the altercation. He was the one who made the confrontation what it was, and then decided to escalate based off of the fact that he thought he could get away with it. And we haven't yet seen the live stream as to what goes on, but the prosecutors and the district attorney are alleging that, hey, we've seen the surveillance footage from the courthouse, because mind you, he was at a courthouse where they'll have mad surveillance footage. And Joshua Fox, the man that he attempted to murder, struck him only as Chud the Builder was reaching for a gun in a place and space where you're not supposed to be carrying firearms. And this is where Chud's case is going to have him faced with so much jail time. I can only smile on the inside, even though he's outside, is the fact that he said that, hey, I was reaching for some mace. I was looking to protect myself, even though that when they went to go search his body, when they went to go search his truck, there was no mace to be found. There was no proof of mace. There was no Cameron mace. Nobody smelled any smells of mace. There was no mace to be found, but there was a firearm that was used on Joshua Fox. Chud's defense team, the one that are in the courtroom and the ones that are online, are claiming that he acted in self-defense. And they're victory lapping because he has stepped out from behind those prison doors and he is now back to live streaming. But ultimately, he didn't beat the case. He didn't win any self-defense ruling or anything like that. There were no charges that were dropped at all. The only thing that he did was be able to put together money from stupid people who were able to support Chud the Builder.
So basically, all he did was he still has everything down. He still has everything they did write down, but the only thing he was able to do was just get money to get, just to leave the court. But he still has, so he's basically in court, but outside with freedom until they can convict him of his charges. Then he has to go back to court or jail. So think of it as a little holiday, before you get back to work.
Facing 2 cases in Montgomery County and Davidson County that are going to be to the review of grand juries. That Davidson County one was the one where he decided that he was going to dine and dash and then resist arrest and then do disorderly conduct in the streets. And it has him having this separate $15,000 bond and different stipulations and circumstances that he has to face while he is out of jail. So yeah, Chud the Builder may be out on bond, but that doesn't mean that he has strict conditions that are tying him up and weighing him down. Now he has to face all of these other problems. He has to face the situation in Davidson County. He also has to face a previous situation that happened late last year where he got hit with some harassment claims. This specific one was scheduled for an August 10th hearing, but ultimately got pushed back. But what I'm really trying to say is, while Chud the Builder was facing all of these challenges in jail, whether he was going to be able to keep his cookies or keep his milk, or if he was going to be sleeping on the floor, or if he was going to have to be wiping somebody's toilet seat down, or, doing all these other things, now he's going to have to face a plethora of other situations outside of the courtroom. Chud the Builder fans around the world can call this some sort of W, and immediately when I saw this, I thought the same thing. Dang, let the bad guys get a win. That's just the way that it's played. But ultimately, if you really think about it, he's going to be on GPS monitoring. He's going to have a curfew. They're going to be monitoring his social medias. He's going to have a gag warning. He literally can't carry a gun. They've restricted his passport application. He still has all of these cases going against him. Both of these cases are going to a grand jury review. And And you have the powers that be in Nashville saying that if he breaks any sorts of laws again, they will revoke any bond that he has. And you have the powers that be saying that, hey, if he messes up on one bond, we're gonna revoke all of the bonds that he has out there. So is this really a W? Is Chud the Builder really free, or does he still have a shit ton of restrictions? Does he still have to face a shit ton of consequences for his actions? Is he still being watched like a dog? I think the worst part about all this for the Chud the Builder fans that think that this is some sort of W out there is that you basically put somebody who is a drug addict, somebody who is addicted to the social media fame and game of it all, right back in front of their vices. We can already see that with Chud the Builder immediately running back to social media, not just to do some sort of celebratory stream and greet his fans, but going with these back and forth, hitting the streets of Tennessee, putting his suit on, calling out his name, dressed just like he was when he was offending all these people in the streets. And I've seen these things happen before. No need to put some crazy prediction out there or wish anything on him. Hell, he'll take care of that part by himself. Chud the Builder will most likely end up back behind those bars and ultimately in a worse situation because he just can't help himself. He can't keep his hands out the cookie jar. Getting bond ultimately didn't prove that Chud the Builder wasn't cooked. All it proved was that we get to watch the rest of this stuff unfold while he's on the outside, and most likely we will see him slip up and make another video and another video and another video. Thank you, Chud. Scan the QR code or
Shout out my boy Umeezy. Like, it's good getting some bread in, bro. Getting some bread in. But that's by the way. The comment down below for that situation. And like, share, subscribe. Everyone just subscribe. And let's see what we have today. I'm gonna see you all later. I'm gonna see you all later.
YouTube.
I ain't gonna lie. So trying to find out something on my phone. What's today's date? Today is 13. Thursday, Saturday, that's 30. 40, 50. That's 50, bro. So, yeah. I ain't gonna spend it though. I ain't gonna spend it, but, you know, feel me? I have to work my shit out. Yeah, let's wrap up this video. Hey guys, today we have a video by vidIQ. You know what? Let me move back my video capture device from here to here. I'll lock it in, right?
Announced the biggest monetization updates in almost a decade, yes.
Hey guys, so
YouTube announced the biggest monetization updates in almost a decade yesterday. So today, we'll explore those changes in more detail.
hey guys, today we have a video by vidIQ titled YouTube Now. What crazy. Hey guys, today we have a video by vidIQ titled YouTube's new monetization rules mean the clock is ticking. So I don't know if you guys are creators or, you know, you feel me, are just people that just watch content. But for people like me, you know, that are still small creators and trying to get up to the regular rate, it's gonna be harder, you know, you feel me, to get monetized. Because you can see, I think the only thing that still stays the same is the subscriber amount as 1,000, and then after that you can see 4,000 valid public watch hours is times 2 of that, and then 10 million short views is times 2 of that too. So I mean, it's crazy. I don't really do shorts, so I don't do shorts. I just do YouTube vids. So I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, let's see what we have today. So feeling you're feeling happy today, you're feeling good today, just give us a subscribe, you know, subscribe to the channel, like the video. It really helps out small creators, you feel me? And you know, I love you all. Let's see what vidIQ has for us today, man.
and what it means for creators both working towards monetization and those already in the YouTube Partner Program. We'll start with the requirements because that's what the majority of you care about. What do I need to get to start earning money? So first of all, this is what hasn't changed. The lowest rung of the YouTube Partner Program remains 500 subscribers and then 3,000 watch hours over a 12-month period, or 3 million shorts views over a 90-day period. That's what gives you access to what YouTube call fan funding opportunities, those being channel memberships, super chats, essentially monetizing your audience. But this tier does not include monetizing your content through ad revenue, and that's where the biggest change is. So to start making money from ads on your videos and premium revenue, which I'll cover a little later, you will need 1,000 subscribers with no time limit on how long to get them. That requirement hasn't changed, but now you will need 8,000 public watch hours over a 12-month period, or 20 million YouTube Shorts views over a 3-month period. By comparison, the current requirements are 1,000 subscribers and then 4,000 watch hours over 12 months, or 10 million Shorts views over 3 months. So basically, aside from subscribers, the requirements have doubled. And this is what YouTube had to say about that.
While YouTube has grown to billions of monthly viewers, the YPP entry thresholds have remained mostly unchanged.
Both of those statements are true. YouTube is a video streaming monster, and these previous YPP requirements were introduced all the way back in 2018. So these changes were probably long overdue. As to the direction these requirements have gone and by how much, is for you to share your opinion on in the comments below. And I highly encourage you to do that because Renee Ritchie, the creator liaison at YouTube, is checking in on the community response to these updates. It is very important to note at this point that these changes to the requirements do not come into effect until the 1st of February 2027, which is a little under 6 months away. So let's say you hit 4,000 watch hours and all of the other requirements in December of 2026. You're good. If, on the other hand, you're at 3,900 hours on January 31st, 2027, then you might have a story to share about being one of the most unluckiest YouTubers on the planet. That does seem incredibly harsh, doesn't it? We'll see if YouTube have some sort of grace period or anything like that for creators close to the requirements, but nothing official from them as of now. Now, to put these numbers into a more digestible context, if you're gunning for 8,000 watch hours, that averages out at 22 hours of watch time a day, or 1,320 minutes a day, or 264 views on a 10-minute video that gets an average view duration of 5 minutes per day. For YouTube Shorts, the numbers are somewhat bigger. To get those 20 million Shorts views in a 90-day period, you will need to average 222,222 Shorts views a day. I ain't
gonna lie to you, so I don't know if you guys know, but getting views on Shorts is incredibly hard. It's very, very hard. And I consistently get, let's say the number up, 222,000. Let's see, that amount of what's the word now, views a day on Shorts is crazy. That means you have to be like focused and dedicated on Shorts. Mind you, Shorts don't even pay as well. They don't pay as well as regular YouTube videos. So it's like I don't know, it's like a loser situation, but I mean, it's what it is.
And 22,222 Shorts views a day. I can't really break it down any more than that. Now then, let's say that you're already in the YouTube Partner Program, but after the 1st of February 2027, you're no longer hitting these new requirements. Let's say you're averaging 5,000 hours of watch time. Do you get kicked out? No. And there's actually some good news here. YouTube are introducing new channel activity requirements, which will keep your channel monetized as long as you have at least 1,000 watch hours over the last 12 months, or 1 million Shorts views over the last 90 days, or have published 2 long-form videos or 5 shorts over a 90-day period. And then, if you drop below these numbers, you have 90 days to get back above those numbers to keep your channel monetized. Now, to stress again, this is for monetized channels only, and it comes into effect on the 1st of February 2027. And this is actually a lot more generous than before. YouTube used to give you a 30-day window to fix these requirements. All right, on to some changes in how creators get paid, starting with YouTube Shorts. Once your channel is monetized, in order to get paid for your shorts, you must maintain a baseline level of 10 million Shorts views every 90 days.
Wow.
If you don't achieve that, you won't be removed from the YouTube Partner Program, but you won't earn any revenue either. Now, this may come as a bit of a surprise to creators who are mostly earning from long-form videos, but make a little bit extra income from shorts. And the vidIQ channel is a perfect example of that. In the last 90 days, the channel has 9.8 million shorts views, which is agonizingly short of the threshold. Or it would be if all of these were qualified views. They aren't. Only engaged views count, which means we're over 4 million views short of the threshold. The net result of that is that the channel will lose $1,080, which is around about $350 a month, when this new requirement comes into effect. This minimum earning threshold, by the way, only applies to YouTube Shorts. No matter how many watch hours you get from long form videos, you will still earn revenue. If you meet the other minimum thresholds, of course.
Yeah.
Man, this is getting complicated. Next up, we have
Yes.
YouTube Premium Lite that is being rolled out to all countries where Premium is available, and creators apparently can earn more from Premium than they can ad revenue. This screenshot apparently explains how it works. Okay, and when I look at the revenue sources in our YouTube analytics, I see that YouTube
Let's check it out. YouTube Premium 6%. Wow.
Premium only contributes 6% of the channel's total revenue, which is 13 times less than ad revenue. So, I don't know, someone explain that to me. There's going to be some new ways to earn revenue from YouTube Shorts. These are bonuses for YouTube shopping, production credits for brand deals, and earning boosts for cultural trend activations. And yes, I have no idea what any of them are. I'm just reading the auto cue at this point. There's also going to be targeted ads to groups of 5 or fewer channels that can earn extra revenue on top of the standard Shorts earnings. So that seems to be nice, if YouTube explains in the future how to activate those ads. Now, I know we keep going on about the 1st of February 2027 being the day that all of this kicks off, but if you're already in the YouTube Partner Program, there is another critical date, and that is the day before. The YouTube Partner Program policies are changing to support all of these updates, which means that if you are already monetized, you must agree to them by the 31st of January 2027. If you don't, you may stop earning revenue from your YouTube endeavors. If you go to your settings in the YouTube Studio and then click on agreements, you'll see a bundle of them. It is very likely over the next 6 months, you'll be notified to read new ones and agree to them. So keep an eye out for those alerts. So if you have already started your YouTube journey, you have a couple of hundred subscribers, maybe 1,000 watch hours or 1 million shorts, the clock is now ticking. You have 174 days to give this everything you've got to get YouTube monetized on easy mode. For those of you who are starting today, tomorrow, or in the future, do not let these changes put you off. I guarantee that there will be people who don't even have a channel today that will have joined the YouTube Partner Program and monetize their channel before the 1st of February 2027. And if you do that, we want to hear from you. And don't be discouraged that 4,000 watch hours or 10 million shorts views is no longer enough to monetize your channel. By the time you reach those numbers in your YouTube journey, you will have learned so much and gained so many new skills and built up so much momentum that if you keep going, that 8,000 watch hours or 20 million shorts views will be an inevitability. It will take longer, yes, but it will feel so much sweeter when you get that first YouTube paycheck. And we here at vidIQ will be here to support you all the way. Just like Dan and Travis did when they shared their thoughts on these updates and listened to what you had to say.
I ain't gonna lie to you. So I mean, it's already hard for creators like me to get subscribers, right? I mean, at this point, we're just doing it for the love of the game, actually, because even based on like the farm requirements, I would have thought it's gonna take me about a year, to lock in and do everything. But like, I mean, we have about 4 months, you know, to about December, because I know when December comes by. Well, December comes by, then we come to January. I think it takes about a month for them to reply you. So we have to do that December, then January, middle January, ending the reply you whether you're in. So I mean, it's crazy, but it's what it is. It's what it is. It's what it is.
Bad day, but also great day for us over here at the Unemployed News Network because
It's what it is.
Thompson is a victim.